All right, what's up, y'all? Today is Big O Tuesday, September 17th, and it's the 4 o'clock hour, and it's time for us to do our orders of the day. And this guy right here is right here from Jefferson Parish, Kenner, Louisiana, Mr. Lloyd Price. Lloyd Price, y'all, right there in Kenner, was born on March 9th, 1933, in Kenner, Louisiana. He passed away on May 3rd, 2021. He was 88 years old, and he died in New Rochelle, New York. This guy right here was right here from Kenner, Louisiana, which is Jefferson Parish. This guy had quite a few hits, 4 number ones, and he probably had 5 or 6 others in the top 10. He was a blues, New Orleans rhythm and blues singer. He started playing music. When he played music, he was playing trumpet and piano, and he sang in the church. And like I said, this guy was incredible, bro. Some of the songs that he wrote and performed in the 50s was crazy. I'm gonna do one right quick. This song was his first number one hit in 1952. And this song was on a specialty label. And I actually recorded this song on one of our albums. And it's called Lordy Miss Claudy. That's one of my favorites by him. This was his first number one hit and goes like this, y'all. Oh, yeah. Lordy, Miss Claudia, y'all. That song was recorded in 1952 by the late, great Lloyd Price on a specialty record label. Now, look, when he went in to record that, when he wrote that song, he wrote that. He didn't have a band at the time. So Art Roop, who was the owner of Specialty Records, set him up with one only Dave Bartholomew to do the arrangements. And then guess who played piano on that track? Fats Domino. The song was a massive hit. It sold over 1 million copies. And that was Lloyd Price's first gold record. And that song right there we recorded on our Louisiana Soul album. I always did like that song, man. And look, every time we play that song, the dance floor is packed. I mean, packed. And then Fats Domino did a version of it later on, but that was the number one hit for Lloyd Price. That was his very first number one hit. He had four, remember. So right now, I want to play the flip side of that record. And this song right here, it's a jitterbug song. It's a fast song, and it's kind of like the flip flop and fly kind of stuff. Like I told y'all yesterday, the Joe Turner style with flip flop and fly, shake around and roll. This one's kind of like it, and this song was on the flip side of Lord and Miss Claudia 45 in 1952, and I mean I heard this song years and years ago, but when my buddy Jake Shimento did an album. He recorded this song and he did an incredible job. And that's where I picked it up from. And actually, this next song, this is why I'm going to play it. This wasn't a big hit for him. This was just the flip side of Lord and Miss Claudia. But this song right here is on my list for the next album that we're going to put out. So this is going to be one that we're going to put out. And like I said, this is the flip side of Lord and Miss Claudia in 1952. And it is called Mailman Blues. It goes like this, y'all.
Well, night before the last, the mailman knocked on my door. Well, night before the last, the mailman knocked at my door. He said, get ready, brother, this time you have to go. Oh, mailman, mailman, tell me what you got for me. Oh, mailman, mailman, tell me what you got for me. He said, a long letter, brother, we need you across the sea. Well, now all day long is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, all day long is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, I'm so unhappy I can't see baby no more. No great big city, just a little old raggedy town. No great big city, just a little old raggedy town. Well, it's on me boogie, I believe I put it down.
Yeah, Mailman Blues. What a good song, huh? A little good beat. Jitterbugging, boy. I can see everybody turning on that one, y'all. That's one of my favorites by him. It wasn't a hit for him. But look, it was on the flip side of Lord and Miss Claudia, which was a number one hit. So that means the same amount of albums of Lord and Miss Claudia got sold. Man Blues was on the other side of it. Those got sold too. That's how it works, baby. All right. Let's get on, man. Let's get on with the show. 1952 that was, y'all. In 1954, Lloyd Price got drafted into the Army. He was sent to Korea. Okay? When he got back with specialty, he had been replaced by the one and only Little Richard. And that was it for him with specialty. Okay? That was it. It was over with. So look, he played, he wrote songs, and he recorded songs, but at that time, none of it was as good as Lord and Miss Claudia. Well, in 1958, he recorded a song, wrote a song and recorded it, and I also recorded this song. This is why I like to play these songs because first, this was his second number one hit, and I love this song. I'm gonna tell you a quick little story about this song. The name of the song is Stagger Lee, which everybody knows. Let me just get that out of the way. Stagger Lee was his second number one hit in 1958, and I learned about this song years and years ago when I was a child. My grandparents, which I always talk about them with the music with Van Broussard and Fats Domino. Well, my grandma had a cassette, and she had a big record player. I'm talking about a big console. It played records, it played cassettes, and it had the 8-track player. Well, that was my favorite thing at the house. She had all kind of records. That's where I got the Fats Domino records from. And she had this one cassette. If y'all remember this movie, it's an older movie back in the, I'm not sure the years, but I remember as a kid I watched it. The movie was called Shag. Shag. It's about a bunch of teenagers. They like to dance. The shag was a type of dance, okay, like a jitterbug, but like a slow kind of jitterbug, kind of like we call it in New Orleans over here, Jamaica, something similar. But this song was on that movie. At the end of the movie, when they was dancing in the contest, they played this song. I remember it. And my grandmother had the soundtrack, the cassette, and I used to play it over and over and over because of Stagger Lee. Stagger Lee, man, what a great, great song. And then later on in life, as my music career gets on and I get a little older, I fall in love with Huey Lewis and the News at one point. And all of his stuff, he was incredible too, man. He did some good stuff that fit that old style, and then he got off into did his own thing. But he had did a album of all old cuts. I think it was called Full Chords, and several years ago, and you can buy it now by CD, but it's not on social media. It's not on the streaming sites. This particular album, but when I bought it, Stagger Lee, he did a cut of it, and that is the moment that I decided I wanted to record that song when I heard Huey Lewis's version, and it was great. But let me tell you, let me play this song. This was Lloyd Price's second number one hit, and it was incredible, man. It sold over 1 million copies again, 1958. But look, before we move on, I keep forgetting this. I need to make sure I don't forget this anymore. Our sponsor brings you this episode today. My favorite chicken, all the way from Denison, Texas, y'all. They are a brand new sponsor, and they are sponsoring this episode today. So we want to thank them and appreciate them guys so much for helping us out and getting this podcast out to you guys. So let's get back to Lloyd Price, Stagger Lee, y'all. It was in 1958. This was his second number one hit, and it was also featured on the movie Shag back in the day. Here it goes, y'all.
The night was clear and the moon was yellow and the leaves came tumbling down. I was standing on the corner when I heard my bulldog bark. He was barking at the two men who were gambling in the dark. It was Stagger Lee and Billy, two men who gambled late. Stagger Lee threw 7, Billy swore that he threw 8.
Man, what a great cut, man. What a great cut. I remember when that song, when we used to watch that movie when we was kids, Shag, and they would play that song and them teenagers was out there dancing and talking about some moves, bro. Them kids had to they had to learn that. I guess they had to practice that a lot to learn all them steps. But if you ever look, if you ever want to see a good little movie, go check that out, Shag. That's the type of dance that they used to do back in the 50s and 60s. I think that movie was based in. But okay, let me get back to Lloyd, right? Let me give y'all some of this man's accomplishments, okay? In 1994, he won the Pioneer Award for the Rhythm and Blues Foundation. Also, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998. The guy wrote some hits, and like I said, he had 4 number ones, and then he had about probably 6 or 7 other ones that was in the top 10s. And I wish I could play them all, but I don't have enough time to play all of these songs. But one day, if I ever get me a real podcast where I can do an hour or two for y'all, I'll highlight a bunch of these songs. And he also was inducted into the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame in 2010 and inducted into the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame in 2019, right before he passed. So, like I said, he had a lot of accomplishments in his life. He wrote a lot of good songs. He had some number ones. He went on tour with a bunch of guys, man. He toured with Jerry Lee Lewis. He went on the Ed Sullivan Show. He Dick Clark's Caravan. He toured with Little Richard, Gary U.S. Bonds, Jerry Butler, Gene Chandler, Ben E. King. You name it, he was with them guys. He toured with them. He toured all over the world. And look, just to think this guy was right there 15 minutes from where I'm in. 20 minutes, I should say. Kenner's a little further by the airport over there. But he was right there in Kenner. They actually named the street after this cat. This guy was incredible, man. And we loved his music. My Uncle Wayne loved his music. Uncle Wayne did a bunch of stuff. And my buddy Jake, they loved this style of music, man. They played that for the Jamaica club, dance club. And it was just incredible music, man. This is all stuff. He was a pioneer. This was all stuff that made what we play today. This is where it came from. You had Smiley Lewis, you had Fats Domino, then you had guys like Joe Turner, and then you had guys like Lloyd Price, Chuck Willis that did the stroll, the king of the stroll. And they had so many good songs that we all play today, we cover. And, people ask me sometimes, why you don't do your own music, I'm not that big of a writer. I used to write when I first started playing music, but I never did enjoy writing music because I was so into the music that was already there. And my whole goal in life was to be a musician. When I was a kid, and I always knew I wanted to do that. But my whole goal in life was to keep the music alive and play that stuff, all that old stuff that I was raised up with. And we take it and we put our own little twist. We don't change it up. It's just a different flavor, maybe a different beat sometimes, just a different feel. And we try to do our own twist to it. And look, people love it. They love it. They love it. So I'm going to get back to another song. This was his 3rd number 1 hit. I think it really got to number 2, but it was a number 1 hit in the U.S. and the pop charts in 1959. And I think this probably was his biggest hit. Definitely sold over 1 million copies. And this song was been in a bunch of movies. And he actually performed this song in Stagger Lee at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So this one was his 3rd number 1 hit, and it's called Personality. Everybody knows that song, Personality. Well, here goes, y'all. Lloyd Price, Personality.
Over and over, I tried to prove my love to you. Over and over, what more can I do? Over and over, my friend says I'm a fool. But over and over, I'll be a fool for you. 'Cause you've got personality, walk with personality, talk with personality, over and over. What more can I do? 'Cause you've got personality, walk, personality, talk, personality, smile, personality, charm, personality, love, personality, and plus you got a great big heart. So over and over, well, I'll be a fool for you. Now over and over, what more can I do? Whoa, 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 over and over, I said that I love you. Over and over, honey love, it's the truth. Over and over, they still says I'm a fool. But over and over, I'll be a fool for you. 'Cause you've got personality, walk with personality, talk with personality, smile with personality, charm with personality, love with personality, and plus you got a great big heart. So over and over, well, I'll be a fool for you. Not over and over, what more can I do?
Yeah, personality, baby. Let's talk about having some personality right there. Man, that was his third number one hit, man, 1959. I tell you, that was a incredible song. I remember that song, hearing that on the movies a bunch of times, and I just love that song. All right, a little bit more about my buddy Lloyd Price. I never got to meet this guy. You know, he died in 2019, but he was just on another level. You know, he wasn't playing too much when we was in the business. But look, not only was this guy an incredible songwriter and a singer, he was a prolific entrepreneur. He in addition to his music production and publication ownership, he started his own businesses. He owned 2 construction companies out of New York, erecting middle-income housing in the 1980s in the Bronx and also in Staten Island. He also was pretty big. He managed some food brands. He had Lloyd Price Icon food brands, which makes a line of Southern style foods. So he was involved in the restaurants and stuff like that. And he was involved in everything. He had his own clothing line, Lordy Miss Claudia Clothing and Collectibles. This guy was a jack of all trades. In 2011, he released his autobiography, The True King of the 50s, The Lloyd Price Story, which I need to get a copy of. But you know, I'm still learning about Lloyd Price. I know his music, and I'm still learning about him because I mean, I tell you what, he was a pioneer in this music, and I sure wish I could have seen him and met this guy because I would love to tell him that I recorded quite a few of his songs. Lloyd Price, y'all, the late great Lloyd Price. I'm gonna do one more song by him before we get out of here, and this was his last number one hit, and it was in the same year, 1959, and this one also sold over 1 million copies. And look, he had some other hits. He had the popular song that we all play, Just Because You Left and Said Goodbye, reached number 3. So he didn't get quite all the way to number 1, but that was also a big hit for him. I don't have enough time to play that one. I wanted to play all the number 1s for him. But one more time, let's thank our sponsor that brought you this episode today, My Favorite Chicken out of Denison, Texas. They sell chicken specialty products, chicken coops, feeders, drinkers, and all the feed for the chickens. Anything you do to raise chickens, they supply. They supply all over the world, and they're a great sponsor of ours. Go check them out, My Favorite Chicken. There's their little logo, myfavoritechicken.com. Check them out, okay? Here we go, one more song. This was the last number 1 hit by the late, great Lloyd Price, and it's called I'm Gonna Get Married, and it goes like this. Johnny, Johnny,
not smart enough to hide an aching heart. How come my heart just hurts me, burning full of love and desire? How come every time she kisses me, it sets my soul on fire? How come every time she leaves me, it seems like I've lost a part? I may be too young to marry, but not to hide an aching heart.
Johnny, you're too young.
But I'm gonna get married.
You're so young.
My name she'll carry.
You're too young, Johnny. You're so smart.
But not smart enough to hide an aching heart. How come every time she kisses me, it thrills me from head to toe? How come every time I see her, it lifts me right off the floor? How come every time I'm with her, she whispers so soft and low? It makes me want to jump and holler and bump my head into a door.
Johnny, you're too young.
But I'm gonna get married.
You're so young.
My name she'll carry.
You're too young, Johnny. You're so smart.
But not smart enough to hide an aching heart.
Too young.
I'm gonna get married.
You're so young.
My name she'll carry.
You're too young.
I'm gonna get married.
Oh, yeah, my old buddy Lloyd Price, y'all. I wish I could have met that guy. He has such a great voice, and he has some great songs that he's written and recorded. And let me tell you, man, he was incredible. Incredible music. And like I said, he got a lot more hits. In the top 10, probably 6 or 7 more. And it's just incredible music, man. And look, let me just talk about his, when he passed. He passed away on May 3rd, 2021. They was living in Westchester County, New York. And he passed away from diabetes complications. He was 88 years old. And what a legacy and career this guy had. All right, y'all, that's it for Artists of the Day. We want to thank y'all so much for tuning in every day. Again, we want to thank our sponsor, My Favorite Chicken. I want to thank all of our sponsors for giving us the time and the effort for us to be able to do stuff like this for y'all, about the equipment, and to put the time and effort into doing these podcasts. Without the sponsors, probably would not be possible. So let's thank them guys. Let's go check them out on Facebook. And thank y'all again for tuning in. We'll see y'all tomorrow for another episode of Artists of the Day. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all have a great day. Tomorrow is Hump Day. And I'm going to have another New Orleans artist for y'all because I'm on New Orleans week right now. So thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great day. Later.